happy to see everyone today. Oh my gosh. So, this is something that we do once a year, and it's actually like my favorite thing to do because it's all about building community and building the mission and bringing together humans that want to create a huge impact on the planet and end human suffering and heal the world and come together in a tribe that just loves each other and supports each other. And every time that we get to do this and we create a community around us is just like another opportunity to dive deeply into this soul family. And so I'm really excited by the opportunity to be here with everyone today. So we're going to spend 90 minutes together. We're going to go through this masterclass, which is all about becoming a tapping coach. And I know many of you might already be in the healing realms. You might have other careers. You might be doing different things in your life right now. I would love to hear in the chat, where in the world are you coming in from and what kind of work you're in right now? Are you in the healing arts right now? Are you in a totally different career path? What is happening in your world right now? So go ahead and write that in the chat area just so I can get a feel for where everyone's at. This is so beautiful. This is our first class of the day. We have two on today, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So beautiful. We've got the Netherlands. Fabulous. We get our European audience in the morning, which is fabulous to see. And yeah, let us know, like, are you in the healing arts? Are you already a coach? Are you a hypnotherapist, a Reiki practitioner, or are you in a 9-to-5 job? What are you up to in your world? Okay, Luckbock, Texas, Scotland, beautiful HRM advisor. Ooh, beautiful Netherlands, New Jersey, Jitsu practitioner, Jinshin. Oh, I love that. Medical biller. Nice, Nicole. It's really amazing always to see what people come into these programs with and how they want to develop. And sometimes we're mixing our skills with tapping, and sometimes we're just taking a leap into something totally new. Corpus Christi in Texas, transitioning into health life coach. Yes. Special education teacher. Beautiful. You already have teaching in your background, so that works. Missouri, mental health. Not a coach, did my first Reiki level. I'm open to learn more. I enjoyed tapping. I love that, Arthur. Beautiful. Fabulous, fabulous. What else? Hi, Marja. Marja just came in on the house. Beautiful. So to give you a little overview of what we're going to do today, I'm going to give you a little insight into my world as a tapping coach. I know many of you have been working with me or tapping with me or doing my videos or coming to live classes or have done other programs before. And some of you are brand new. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about my story and kind of my journey to arriving here. I'm also going to share with you my 5 top mistakes that I made as a healer, merging into creating a business as a healer, and some of the things that I learned along that way, so that you can also just save thousands of dollars that I ended up spending because I made a lot of mistakes, and then how I'm doing it differently and what I learned from those mistakes, so that those that I teach can embody those pieces of wisdom that I've gained throughout over 20 years of self-development and about 10 years of being a tapping coach. I'm also going to lead you guys through a tapping experience as well. So this particular tapping experience is going to be fabulous because not only is it going to help you tap into your intuition, is being a tapping coach something that really is in deep alignment with your path, your purpose, and your mission, but I'm also going to insert a power up session to really help you step into the power to transform lives. So whether it's tapping, whether it's something else, everyone here has come here because of a calling. We want to change the world. We want to support the world. We want to do our best to be a beneficial gift on the planet. And sometimes we get caught in self-sabotage. Sometimes we get caught in procrastination. Also, sorts of things can block us. So I'm also going to support you in clearing out any blocks so that you can own your mission and really step into your mission powerfully, because the world does need you. So we're going to do a tap on that. And then after our tap, We're going to go into looking at the invite into the tapping coach certification so that you can learn a little bit about it, what we do, all of the program, what you learn in the program, and then you can ask some questions as well as some bonuses that I'm going to give you for showing up today. So they are some things that we're going to do today. Before we get started, what I would recommend is let's just turn off any distractions so that we can really dive into the process. We're going to open with a guided meditation, and then we're going to start just learning a little bit about the process of tapping and what we're about to do today, and then we'll move into the session itself. Okay, wonderful. So let me pop some music on for us. Okay. All right, so let's just get ourselves in a comfortable position, and we're just going to do some circle breaths. So we're going to inhale, create a circle around us, up, and then we're just going to push the energy down, blow it out through the mouth. So we're just going to circulate this energy. We're going to pick the energy up, and we're going to blow it out through the mouth. This is just going to help us settle into the field together. All right, let's go. Let's inhale. Exhale, blow it out. Inhale. Exhale, blow it out. Inhale. Exhale. Really imagine yourself pushing down a button down the center of your being, and it's grounding you into the earth as you do that. Inhale, circulating it up. Inhale, pushing it deeply into the earth. Feel the pressure as you move that energy down through the central column. Inhale up. And pushing it all the way down as you blow out through the mouth. We're going to do a few more of these. Inhale. Really bringing that energy into the earth. Imagining all of your energy coming into the present moment, into your body. Once more, inhale up. Hold the breath. And then really slowly feeling the weight underneath your hands, slowly pushing down really incrementally as you blow out incrementally. Feeling your whole system becoming online, centered and present. Feeling your head down through your shoulders, down through your chest, down through your body, everything moving present. Resting one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Feeling this present moment, taking a slow deep inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale slowly. Right, welcome, welcome, welcome. We have arrived, and it is my deepest honor to be here with each of you today as you discover if the path and the purpose of tapping is in alignment for you, and if you are ready to take that leap into this next era of your life as a healer and as a coach using tapping. So one of the things that really excites me about this particular method is I really feel, I believe, and I can see that this method is something that can actually end human suffering on the planet, because humans suffer and humans have pain. We do not need to have suffering. And this is a method, after studying so many methods in my life. I studied Reiki, I studied energy healing, NLP, I became a yoga teacher, a meditation practitioner, really dived into a lot of practices. And the reason why I love this practice so much is because it goes deeply into the trauma patterns that are stored in our DNA from past lineages, from our early childhood imprints, and from the things that have happened earlier on in our life. And if we have a lot of stored trauma that is unresolved, then that creates very disconnected human beings to their path, to their health, to their mission, to their service on the planet, because they're carrying around all of this pain. And so when we can actually support individuals to clear out stored pain, not only from their life, but from lineages of lifetimes and passed down from generation to generation, when we can do that, we reset the clock. We actually reset the way humans are with themselves, how they love themselves, and how they love each other. And when we do that together, collectively, what we can create on the planet is peace on earth. And I know that there is so much cleanup to do, which means there is a lot of clients out there that are calling in this kind of work from all areas of life. And the reason why this particular method for me is so powerful is it's non-dogmatic. It doesn't have a religious background. It doesn't have some spiritual background that came from, like, say, like yoga that has a lot of the Vedic influence. It's like a modern technique that brings in modern psychology, Chinese medicine, and it blends it together with NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, with rewiring your brain. So you've got the science in it, and it makes it something that's super accessible to anyone, anywhere. And that's why I feel this particular technique can support clearing out human suffering once and for all on this planet. And so if that is part of your calling, if that is part of what you want to do on this planet, then this program is amazing. This community is amazing for that. I'm also going to talk a little bit about some of the reasons why tapping has got such a huge influence on the planet right now, because it's at the beginning of a huge overflow. So earlier on, like, yoga was all about the body, you know, like heal your body, then connect to your mind, connect to stillness. And there was a time before yoga became really big in the West. And over time, it started to drip out. What's happening now is emotional healing, emotional intelligence, doing your inner work is just about to massively go mainstream. So we are, what I see, at the early stages of a method that I see in yoga studios all around the planet, that I see in workshops everywhere, online, offline. It's about to get really massive. And we are at that earlier stage of humans recognizing, wow, emotional freedom is just as important as physical exercise, as mental balance, as meditation. And this is the technique that can support humans in having emotional intelligence. So I'm really excited by what's to come with this method as well. So earlier on in my career with tapping, so after studying for many years, I've been on the healing journey for about 20 years. After studying many different kinds of modalities, as I mentioned, I stumbled upon tapping, and it healed my own trauma. I had early sexual trauma as a child, and I had a lot of PTSD as a child. I would wake up in the middle of the night and smash the window above my bed trying to escape. And this happened all the way until I was about 23 years old. And then I discovered tapping after trying so many modalities. And it was something that really shifted a lot of the PTSD really quickly out of my system. All of my PTSD left. And I realized that it was my life purpose to share this with the world and to help others in sharing it as well. So that's really a little bit of a background around the work. After studying so many modalities as a healer, and I'm not sure if many of you relate to this, a lot of certifications, a lot of trainings, they don't have all of the financial business coaching and education. So even as a Reiki healer, a massage therapist, a yoga teacher, NLP facilitator, all of these things that I had studied and studied very deeply, you know, lived in India, studying with the yogis for a year, had all of these amazing credentials, but I didn't have the business behind it. So for many years, I was always like the starving healer, like giving away free sessions or charging just a little bit, not knowing how to build a sustainable business for myself. So when I came into tapping and I started learning a lot of the marketing and a lot of the business and a lot of the strategy to actually build a sustainable business, that's when things really started to shift for me. And I realized that I wanted to also bring that into my training. So the trainings that I offer are not just like to really master an amazing technique, but to also be sustainable in your business so that you can have a thriving life as well. So that's one of the things that I really like to offer. In terms of my own journey, so what really helped me earlier on, and this is something whether you're already in healing or you're not in the healing realm, if you're stepping into it, one of the things that really helped me was just putting myself out there in live events. And sometimes you learn in marketing strategies or techniques that you have these funnels and like you do a free event, and then from the free event you pick up your clients, and then you have a roster of clients. And that's actually something that I did earlier on without realizing that it was a marketing strategy. So I started doing live in-person events. People would pay for a ticket, and then from those live in-person events, I started filling up my calendar. And that happened very quickly for me. And it's something that I recommend my students to do, because like people are having that live experience with you. So really putting yourself out in the world and having the courage to go and do that. And after not having a very successful business and moving into that number one strategy of just doing live events, moving my people from the live events into clients, very quickly I became successful and profitable in my business. So after several years of doing that, I then was able to fundraise a lot of money. So I raised about $800,000 for my business. And that allowed me to expand in a very big way. And one of the things that happened with that expansion, as exciting as it was, I actually learned a lot of things around spending money in inefficient ways. Because a lot of the time when you're a coach, you're always like, oh, how can I get this money to invest in this? Because I want to build my website, or I want to like hire on support to help me build a marketing funnel and things like that. And we always like want that extra money at the start. But because for me, I was able to fundraise a lot of money for my business, I ended up spending like money on everything, and it was actually not efficient. So I ended up wasting a lot of money because I had the budget there. So there's something super powerful that happens when your budget is minimal and you make every single dollar work. So after going through that chapter, I had my own office, I had a production studio, I had a staff of 7 people that were working for me. We were doing live events, we had a podcast, there was so much going on. And then when COVID hit, I realized that I was not being efficient with my spend, and I just shrunk everything down. I was like, I want to travel the world. I want to go teach my work all over the planet. I don't want to be in office. I don't want to be bound by that anymore. And so I actually had a shift in my business. And when I shrunk my business down, that's actually when the business started to boom, because now I was being more efficient with my finances and everything. So I have a lot of experience to draw from in terms of managing business, growing business, expanding business, fundraising, all the way into just really bringing on one-on-one clients, building your live offerings and things like that. So that's been about 10 years of really diving into my own process as a business person and really bringing together the business with the healing arts as well. Which brings me into the next piece that I'm going to share with you, which is the 5 mistakes that I made during this time, so no one else has to make those mistakes. So we're going to head on over to my PDF. We're going to check it out. Okay. So these are the 5 top mistakes that I made as a healer and as a coach as I was developing my business, as I was stepping into merging being a business person, an entrepreneur, with being a healer, with being a coach, with being a person that's supporting transformation on the planet and wanting to be profitable. So the first thing was I wasn't listening to my intuition. So I started following everyone else's suggestions from investors and other people in the industry without actually tuning into my inner listening. And so these learnings are things that I now take into my certification, that I actually support support everyone in shifting from word go, because it's not about what the industry is doing. It's actually about what feels deeply aligned to your soul. Because the moment I shifted back into my intuition was the moment that my business started to skyrocket. It was not when I was listening to all of the investors, all of the people, and watching what everyone was doing on Instagram and trying to copy them and all of that. It actually came from a deep listening inside. So that's the number one thing that I teach in my programs. Like, what does your soul want to do? How does your soul want to express it? What lights you up? What inspires you? And following that. Then the other thing that I tried to do, which I mentioned earlier on, which is just trying to grow too fast. Sometimes we try to do way too much at the beginning, when actually you really don't need a lot to have a sustainable and thriving business. You just need a small roster of clients every month, 5 or 6 people, and you're good to go. And I think what happens is everyone tries to do all these things and all these complicated things that actually takes a lot of time, and they're long-term goals versus short-term goals. So what we do in the program is after week 8, we actually move you into booking clients so that you can start filling up your roster straight away. And we do a masterclass on the simplicity of booking clients. The other thing that I actually really lost was my connection to the art and love of healing, which is something that I really now take into my trainings, which is it's so deeply important for me and for everyone that I'm guiding to remain so inspired by the healing process, by supporting humans, by watching them shift, by watching them lift their lives up and heal trauma and transform wounds. And sometimes what can happen, which I see out in the world, is there's a lot of amazing business people selling healing. And those business people are no longer connected to the actual process of healing because they've become really good at marketing. They know how to sell, yet they're not actually doing the work. They're not out in the world helping humans heal because they're spending so much time marketing and figuring out how to bring people into their programs and things like that. And there was a moment for me when I brought in all of that finance from my investors that I lost connection to the healer that I was. And I became the businesswoman that wanted to build the big business and the big empire. And it disconnected me from the pure art and the pure love of helping humans release their suffering and come back into deeper spaces of love. And so for me now in my programs, like that is number one priority. Yes, we teach you business. We teach you how to grow, how to bring in clients, how to do discovery calls, all those kinds of things. But number one priority, how do we continually develop our healing practice? How do we continually practice more methods so that we can help heal trauma and things like that? So that's really at the forefront of everything that we're doing. And then the other thing that I did not do in alignment with the intuition is really getting the expert guidance and coaching that I needed. So number one was always intuition, but number two is who in the industry did I need to speak to or enroll in programs that would have helped me move a lot quicker so I didn't have to make all the mistakes that I made. And when I started investing in programs that may have seemed quite expensive for me at the time, but I knew it was like with the top of the field, the masters in the field, that's when I actually made the quantum leap. So I'm not sure if any of you know that I did a masterclass as well as a video series on Mind Valley. And I met Vishen, the founder of Mind Valley, in one of the VIP masterminds that I enrolled in. And that program was $10,000 and it was for a 3-day event. And that wasn't really money that I necessarily wanted to invest, but I knew that the right people were going to be there, the right information, the right coaching and guidance. And that one investment, for example, has just made tenfold what I actually invested. So these kinds of investments, when I started making those, that's when I really started taking the leap. Because like, if you just keep doing what you're doing, you'll keep achieving what you're achieving. But if you take leaps and really stretch your boundaries, that's when things start to open up for you as well. So that was a huge lesson. And then time management. So I was not managing my time efficiently. I was spreading myself way too thin. I was trying to do way too many things rather than really focusing on what would generate immediate financial flow for my business. So when I shifted my priorities, and was like, what is like immediate that I need to do so that I can bring money in this week? Versus what am I developing that might take a month or 2 months to develop, like a program or a digital product, etc. So just like really managing my time so that there was like financial flow all the time moving through the business versus just like pushing things out with these big grand ideas. So based on all of that, these are the top 5 ways that I now do it differently and how I help you do the same. I encourage intuition. I encourage you to drop into your own listening, your own guidance, what your soul actually wants to express. I help you keep it simple so that you can really create the things that you want without feeling overwhelmed by all of these tasks and all these to-dos. Really creating a clear vision so that you can really create a lifestyle that you want. You can define the clients that you want to serve, how much money you want to make, and really defining that vision so that you can create it. And then, of course, the expert support and guidance. So every step of the way, whether that's through tapping technique, business development, personal coaching, technology support. These are the kinds of things that I put into my life as a coach now and that I bring to all of my students as well. And now also for myself, time management and strategy is a high priority for me so that I can live the life that I want and so that I can serve my clients in a way that feels really peaceful and easy. And that's something that I bring into my programs as well. So here are some of the benefits, and this is the last piece before we go into our tapping experience now. So the benefits of becoming a tapping coach. This is really like my favorite thing. I actually just whipped this up this morning while I was dreaming. I came out of my dream state. I was like, oh, I want to tell everyone what I love the most about it. So first of all, we're making the world a better place. We're lifting human beings up. We're creating more peace on the planet. We're healing multi-generational pain. We're really a benefit on the planet. Our life is of service. Like that is deeply soul satisfying. And then we get to actually create a soul family around us of clients and a team that actually resonates with our deepest calling. And a lot of the time, if you're in a 9 to 5 or you're working for a business or you're working for someone else, you have to deal with the personalities and the people that are a part of that business. But when you actually step out and you say, I'm doing life the way I want to do it, I'm creating life the way I want to create, then you choose the kinds of clients you want. You choose the team that supports your mission. And then every day you are excited to be collaborating with the people that you're collaborating, to be serving the people that you're serving. And it's really one of the most satisfying things that I could say that I have in my life, that every day I look forward to the people that I'm interacting with because it really does feel like soul family. So that's one of the most beautiful things that I love. Also, for me, location freedom has been huge over the past 3 years. As I mentioned, I've probably lived and stayed in about 11 different countries. And wherever I go, I serve. I set up events wherever I go. I bring people into my programs. I share my digital offerings and I do one-on-one client sessions. So it's like this mix of my business allows me the financial freedom, but also the location freedom. And so I get to go on all of these adventures. I can choose when I'm going, where I'm going, and no one or nothing can stop me. So location freedom is a beautiful thing about being a tapping coach or a coach of any kind, really, especially if you're doing a lot of digital stuff. And then time freedom as well. And I think a lot of the time when you enter into a program, like time is always a thing. Do I have time for this, right? And one of the things that I really coach you in, which is part of the program, is recognizing that you have time freedom now. You get to choose when you do your programs, you get to choose when you do your study, when you wake up in the morning, when you want to take on your clients. Like there's just so much freedom there that you get to choose and decide. But there's also meaning that you have to be accountable to yourself as well. So that's a strength that you have to develop, which is your own inner accountability, because no longer is that 9 to 5 telling you when you have to be there, when you have to leave, when you have to clock in. Like you get to create that for yourself. And that's hugely liberating as well. And then one of the other things I really love, which is like why I think I do this, is because you get to focus on your evolution and your development as much as you want, whenever you want, because that's your brand. So you're going through an emotional process. And a lot of the time, like if you're in another business, you go through an emotional process, you need to like get out of work and go do your own inner healing and then come back and put on a happy face. But one of the things that I love, which I really bring into my practice, which is I'm evolving, and that's part of my mission. That's part of what I share on social media and my marketing. It's just like being honest and authentic about the messy experience, about the enlightening experience. And all of this is about our own evolution because we're our own brand and we have full permission to be authentic with the world around us. We don't have to put on a happy face all the time. And that's one of the things that I love to share is like, you get to be you. You get to show the world how you're growing, how you're evolving, and you get to practice. You get to do all the techniques and you get to continually apply that to your life. So it's like blending your own personal evolution with the evolution of the world and all the clients that you're serving is really, really exciting. And then you get to make as much money as you desire. I'm going to say that again, as much money as you desire. That is the truth. When you have your own business, you're no longer limited to your paycheck. You are only limited to how much you believe in yourself and how much you're just going to align in to bring it in. And so one of the things that really excites me is like you get to create multiple streams of income so the universe can pump income unexpectedly a lot of the time into many different funnels. So you've got your one-on-one clients, you've got your online programs, you could do live events. There's so many different things that you can do as a coach that allows different streams of income to come into your life, to come into the nourishment of what you want to do for yourself. So one of the things which is really important that we do in the program is we really help you decide what is the number that you need and desire every year that's going to allow you to have the full lifestyle that you want, and what kind of streams of income do you want to locate to bring in that, and how do you adjust that according monthly so that you're actually bringing in that fund and that resource. So that's a really beautiful thing that you can really expand beyond what you're limited to in a 9 to 5 if someone's paying you an hourly rate and you have X amount of hours. And then also just like one of the things that's been really helpful for me is just teaming up with other businesses as well, doing programs with other businesses, and then everything is just like residual. So there's residual income coming from other places as well. So the sky really is the limit. As I mentioned, you get to be your own brand and you get to open up to all these different entrepreneurial opportunities, which is really exciting. It really is. And new things pop into your world all the time, new collaborations, new ways of sharing the work, summits, and all sorts of things. So the sky is the limit. When you become a tapping coach, you can start off really small, as I mentioned, and it doesn't take a lot to start opening that up into your world so that you can get really sufficient. But then on top of that, there's all these other things that you can add into it as well. So that's basically the journey of becoming a tapping coach. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little tap together so that we can clear out anything that is blocking us from our mission. So number one, in order to get clarity, we have to clear out the blocks, right? So what is the block? What is holding us back from really tuning into the mission that wants to come through us in our life? As we clear out the blocks, more clarity is able to arrive for us. We're able to see more clearly because we're no longer looking at the block, right? Clear the block, clarity is there. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear out any blocks that might be holding you back from putting your stake in the ground and saying, I am here to create transformation on the planet. I am here to be a beacon of light, and to clear out anything that's blocking in that, and then to drop into a meditative space to see if being a tapping coach, to see if this method actually even is the one that wants to be magnified in your world. Okay. So let me add some music into our mix here. Beautiful. Okay, let me end it. So what we're going to do just to start with We're just going to start by massaging underneath the collarbone. It's just really coming into your own energy field right now. And just tuning into anything that's blocking you from taking a stand in your own life, to claim your mission, to choose what you're here to do, to go for your dreams. Any of that holding back that creates fear or procrastination or self-doubt, feelings or thoughts of not being good enough or not ready, or excuses of time or money, all the things that block us from just going for our dreams. I know that there can be many excuses. And as you tune into that, tune into the block in your life of actually just choosing your mission and going for it. Feel into that block. Perhaps there's some numbness there, or some uncertainty that's there. And I want you to feel the uncertainty right now. And on a scale of 0 to 10, how intense is the uncertainty? How intense is the block that's holding you back from really going for what you want to do? 10 being, I feel really blocked. 0 being, I am ready just to go for my dreams. Write the number in the chat area with me. Then tapping on the center of the chest. And then repeating after me, even though I've been feeling blocked, and saying this out loud. I love and deeply accept myself. Even though I've been feeling blocked, saying that out loud. And I've been holding myself back. Tapping between the brows. I've been holding myself back. And how have you been holding yourself back from just going for your mission? What have you been doing that's been holding you back? I have been, and just say what that is out loud. Tapping the temples. I have been, tell me what you've been doing that's been sabotaging yourself, that's been making you procrastinate, that's been making you doubt, that's been making you feel stuck. I have been, and just say what it is out loud. Tapping the cheeks. I have been, saying that out loud again. And when you do that habit, what does that make you feel? What limiting emotion do you feel when that habit is there? It makes me feel what? Does it make you feel fear? Does it make you feel lonely? Does it make you feel stuck? Does it make you feel helpless? Does it make you feel disempowered? What does it make you feel when that habit is there? Rubbing underneath the nose. It makes me feel, tell me what that is. It makes me feel, tell me again. I've been feeling really, tell me what emotion has been coming up for you. And just feel that emotion right now. Feel what that feels like in your body. Where is it living in your body? Tapping underneath the lips. And really lean into the discomfort of that in your body. Let it be uncomfortable just for a moment. That's how we clear it in tapping. We feel the discomfort. Lean into the discomfort right now. And then just hold it in some compassion. Hold that struggle. Hold that feeling of being small or unsupported or incapable. Feel that and just feel what it feels like in the body, and just wrap it around with some compassion. some understanding, some acceptance that that's just how it's been. Hold it in some presence right there. And then take a long, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Good. Tapping the center of the chest, even though I've been struggling with this, saying that out loud. I'm still a good human being. I'm still worthy of love. And it's possible I can heal this. No matter how long this has been with me. No matter how long I've struggled to really own my mission. No matter how long I've been playing small for. No matter how long I've been hiding my light. I forgive myself. I forgive myself for thinking I wasn't good enough. Tapping the front of the ribs. I forgive myself for holding myself back. I forgive myself for what? What have you been doing that's been shrinking your light, that's been hiding your power, that's been stopping you from going for your dreams? What have you been doing that's been holding back your mission? I forgive myself for, and just tell me what that is. Tapping the side of the ribs. I just haven't known another way. And just feel into that right now. Feel into any stuckness around knowing another way, around knowing what to do, around not knowing how to make the next step, feeling fear about making the next step and just freezing as a result of it. Feel how that makes you freeze, because that's in our response to fear. And if you're not tapping, I'm going to ask you to tap, because otherwise it's going to trigger you and it's not moving through your nervous system. So just tap along. Take a big, deep breath in and release a big sigh. Good, you're doing good. Tapping the side of the wrist. I love and deeply accept myself. Exactly as I am. Even though I've been feeling stuck. Even though I haven't known the next step. I'm still a good human being. I'm still worthy of love. And it's possible I can transform this. Big, deep breath in, big sigh. Tapping the side of the thumb. I'm ready to clear this permanently. So I have more power to give to the world. So that I can help transform lives. So I can do good on this planet. So I can be a benefit on this planet. So I can help others. Tapping the next finger, I'm ready to clear out this block. So I have more power. Big, deep breath in, big sigh. Beautiful, you're doing great. Okay, you're ready to go a little deeper with me, because we're going to go into some of the core roots that are holding this together for you. Give me a little thumbs up if you're ready to go deeper. Okay. All right, so I want you to tune into this block right now of not fully going for your dreams, of holding yourself back, of doubting yourself, of not knowing and feeling stuck, feeling into all of that right now, and how that makes you shrink and hide and not take leaps, and not put yourself out there, not let yourself be seen, just in case you make a mistake, just in case you're criticized, just in case you fail, just in case you lose money, just in case, right? All of these fears. And I want you to tune into whatever that is for you that makes you shrink your power and doubt yourself. And I want you to tune into the earliest memory that you have of shrinking your power and not feeling like you could do it. Feeling like it wasn't worth the time, wasn't worth the energy, that you would fail. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. And I want you to tune into whatever that memory is for you right now. Because this is where the deep inner work happens. If you're prepared to go there, if you're prepared to look at it, if you're prepared to bring your love to it, this is where the transformation happens. And if you're not prepared to go there, then you might just keep looping on the same thing over and over. But this is an opportunity right now for you to clear a block. So tuning in right now to an earlier memory where you just like didn't feel like you could do it, doubted yourself. Whatever it was that you were creating or really wanting to do in that earlier time. Tapping the little finger. Okay, let's go for this. It all started when, and just tell me when that started for you. Tapping the side of the hand. It all started when. Tell me whatever that memory is. If you can't go all the way back to childhood, just find something earlier on, or maybe it was last week. But if you can go earlier, we go into the deeper roots with it. It started when, and just say what that memory is. And I was, what were you doing? Tapping the top of the head. And what was happening in that situation that felt disempowering for you? Tell me as if you're telling the whole story right now. Just saying it out loud, speaking it as if you're speaking the story into the field. I was, and this happened. And that made me feel, what did that make you feel when that happened? That made me feel, what did you feel when that took place? I felt disempowered. I didn't feel good enough. I feel sad. I feel helpless. I feel hopeless. I feel fear. What did you feel as a result of that? Tapping between the brows. It made me feel, just say what that is. Tapping the temples. And I've been feeling that ever since. Tapping the cheeks. And that's been holding me back ever since. And I started to believe what? What did you start to believe as a result of that? I started to believe you're not good enough, it's not worth trying, it's too hard. What did you start believing? I started believing. Tapping underneath the nose, and I've been believing that ever since. Tapping underneath the lips, and I've been holding back my power ever since. Tapping the center of the chest, and I've been doubting my potential ever since. Take a big, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Good. Tapping the front of the ribs. And what I really needed in that situation was what? What did you need in that situation that would have helped you feel confident, that would have helped you feel courageous, purposeful, that would have helped you believe in yourself? What did you need in that situation that would have helped you? I really needed, and then go ahead and write that in the chat area and then come back to tapping. I really needed, tapping the side of the ribs. I really needed, and as possible, I was worthy of it. Go big or go home. Yeah. Don't worry about being perfect. Encouragement. Tapping the wrist. Love. Support. Tapping the thumb. Belief in myself. Love. Tapping the next finger. Protection. Tapping the middle finger. I really needed. Say yours out loud. What did you need? Let's claim it right now. I needed healthy mentorship. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I really needed. Say what you needed out loud. Tapping the little finger. And I've needed that. Tapping the side of the hand, but I didn't get it. Instead, I got what? What did you get instead? Instead, I got, tell me what it is. Tapping the top of the head. When I really needed, tell me what you really needed. And I've needed that this whole time. Tapping between the brows. Big, deep breath, big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the temples. And it's possible I was worthy of it. Tapping the cheeks. It's possible I am worthy of. What were you worthy of? Tapping underneath the nose. It's possible I am worthy of. Tell me what that is. And I've always been worthy of that. Even though I didn't get it. Tapping underneath the lips. I am worthy of. Tell me what you are worthy of. I'm worthy of. Tapping the center of the chest. And I've always been worthy of that. Even though they didn't give it to me. I'm still worthy of it. And I've always been worthy of it. Big, deep breath in, big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the front of the ribs. Big, deep breath again. Big sigh. Well done. Tapping the side of the ribs. I am worthy of. Tell me what you're worthy of. I am worthy of. Say it again. Good. Yes, you are. Tapping the side of the wrist. You can do either wrist. I am worthy of. Say it again. Tapping the side of the thumb. I am worthy of. Tapping the middle finger. I am worthy of. Say it again. Let's really bring this in. Let's claim this right now. I am worthy of. Say what that is. Tapping the middle finger. I am worthy of. Beautiful. Take a big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I am worthy of. Okay, what that is. Tapping the little finger. And I'm ready to receive. What are you ready to receive? Beautiful. Tapping the side of the hand. And I can have that now. Okay, so let's bring that into your life. Are you ready to bring that into your life now? Okay. So I want you to imagine that earlier version of you that wasn't getting it. The earlier version of you that started to doubt because you weren't getting it. The part of you that shrunk because you weren't getting it. Tapping the top of the head. And in that memory, as that's happening right now, I want you to feel what that felt like as that earlier you, as that was taking place. And I want you to imagine right now that you look over into the corner of the frame. And in the corner of the frame, you see a bright, beautiful light. And you let your eyes adjust to that bright, beautiful light. And as you look at that bright, beautiful light, you see that it's actually your higher self standing there in the corner of the room. And in the corner of their room, with all of their love and all of their compassion, they start to walk over to you. And they walk closer and closer, and you feel all of their love and compassion coming towards you. And then they get down on your level and they wrap their arms around you and give you the greatest, biggest hug of love. And feel all of their love, all of their support, all of their care, all of their compassion, all of their understanding for what you just went through. In that moment, feel them meeting you there. And then take a big, deep breath and release a big sigh. Beautiful. Tapping between the brows and repeating after me. I'm receiving the love and support from my higher self. Tapping the temples. I'm receiving the love and support that I always needed. Tapping the cheeks. Feel that person, that higher self, meeting you in that discomfort right now with all of their empathy. Feel them hold you in that moment. Take a long, deep breath in, release a big sigh. Feel into any resistance to receiving their love more fully. Take a big, deep breath into that. Any resistance to allowing the love in. Big, deep breath, big sigh. Tapping underneath the nose. Another big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Good. Tapping underneath the lips. And there your higher self is there looking at you in the eyes right now. They're looking at you deeply in the eyes. They're seeing you for who you truly are because they know you deeply. They know that your divine intentions, that your impulse for what you desire, what you want are valid and they're there for a reason. That they're planted inside your soul for a reason because they want to flower inside of you. That every intention that you hear in the subtle realm inside your being before you turn it off, it's there for a reason. And they look at you right now in the eyes while they're like giving the biggest hug. And they have something that they want to say to you. Tapping the center of the chest. What do they want to say to you in that moment? They're telling me what? What is their message to you? They're telling me, tell me what it is. My higher self is telling me what? What is your higher self telling you in that moment? My higher self is telling me, say that again. Big, deep breath in, big sigh. Beautiful. My higher self is telling me, what is the message? And then go ahead and write the message into the chat. They're telling me, and tell me what the message is from your higher self. Tapping the side of the ribs. They're telling me life is fun, that I can do it. They're telling me that I'm loved. They're telling me I can show myself. I'm perfect as I am. What I feel is important. I can let go. That I was a chosen warrior to clear ancestral blockages and negativity. And let people see my inner beauty so they can see themselves. Tapping the side of the wrist, my higher self is telling me, say yours out loud. Tapping the side of the thumb, and it's possible I can trust this. I am love. Tapping the next finger, I'm here to help others heal. I believe there is love and light, and I can share it. Tapping the next finger. My higher self is telling me, what is your higher self telling you right now? And I got this. So I want you to tune into that earlier memory, and I want you to see yourself getting that message now. And I want you to see how that transformed you when you got that message. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. And how did that make you show up? How did that shift how you approached your desires and your dreams when you really trusted that from your higher self? Tapping the little finger. What would that make you do? How would that make you feel when you really trust that message? It makes me feel what? What does it make you feel when you trust that message? Tapping the side of the hand. Yes. It makes me feel, what does it make you feel? Top 3 positive emotions. Feel what that feels like in your body when you really trust that message. How does it transform you? Feel your nervous system, feel your body, feel your energy, feel how you feel in your heart, feel how you feel in your confidence when you really choose to trust this message from your higher self. And what does it make you want to do when you trust it? It makes me want to what? It makes me feel proud. Tapping the top of the head, strong, supported, between the brows, grateful, loved, meant to be. Tapping the temples, peaceful, knowing. Tapping the cheeks, it makes me feel what? What does it make you feel when you really trust that? Tapping underneath your nose. And what does it make you want to do when you really trust that? I want you to feel now that you've trusted that your whole life. Imagine what would have happened, what can happen if you trust this and you feel this your whole life. What kind of leaps would you take? What kind of choices would you make? How would you show up for yourself and the world around you? What leaps would you take in your life? I want you to see that now, and I want you to imagine your whole life being filled with that, all the way back to that first moment. That this new level of certainty, of shining, of bravery, of empowerment, of support, of strength, of knowing, of gratitude, that there is love, that you're here to help the world, that you are love, that you're here to share inner beauty, to be a warrior, to clear ancestral pain, to support the world in letting go and feeling what's truly important. and to shine your light. Imagine that right now. Take a big, deep breath, release a big sigh. Tapping the center of the chest, I got this. I know what I came here to do. And it's possible I can trust my higher self. Because they're telling me what? What are they telling you? Beautiful. Tapping the front of the ribs. Take another big, deep breath in. Beautiful. Now I want you to imagine what your life would look like today if you chose to really trust this message in your life, in your mission, in how you show up, in the choices you make. What would you be doing? How would you be behaving? What choices would you be making? I would be, and just say out loud what you would be doing with your life and your mission. Tapping the side of the wrist. I would be, and just tell me what that is out loud. Tapping the side of the thumb. And I can have a lot of fun doing this. I can have a lot of fun doing what? Good, nice. Tapping the next finger. This can be fun. Tapping the next finger. This can be enjoyable. Tapping the opposite side of the next finger. I'm ready to expand. Tapping the little finger. I can do this. Tapping the side of the hand. I was born to what? What were you born to do? What you were born to share? How were you born to show up? What wants to come through you and your life into the world and into the people in your life? I was born to, tell me what you were born to do. Tapping the top of the head. I was born to, say it out loud. I was born to, big deep breath, big sigh. Good, tapping between the brows. I was born to, tapping the temples, and I can do this. Tapping the cheeks, and I'm ready to do this. Tapping underneath the nose, and I am committing to this now. I've got this. Tapping underneath the lips. I'm ready to. What are you ready to do in your life? I'm ready to. I believe in myself. Tapping the center of the chest. I've got everything I need. Right here, right now. Beautiful. Big, deep breath in. Big sigh. Nice. Now tap all over your body. And I want you to say 10 affirmations right now about what you're ready to, what you're worthy of, what you can create. Saying that out loud. What is it? What are you ready to create right now? Beautiful. Yes, yes, yes. And how does that feel when you bring all of your love and all of your joy, all of your self-trust into that? How does that feel in your being? Beautiful. Yes! Feeling it with you all. Oh my God, it feels so good. And now imagine like doing that with a tribe of beings that are also loving it and feeling it with you and committed to it and inspired by it. Imagine a big tribe of beings in the physical and the non-physical realm just cheering that mission on. See that right now. See your whole life open up with all the support that, yes, you're doing what you're here to do. Oh, and the liberation of knowing that you are supported to do that. Beautiful. Take a big, deep breath in. Release a big sigh. Beautiful. And just rest one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And just feel this light right now. Feel this invitation right now inside your being. Feel the invitation to create the life that you know you were here to create. The life that was seated inside your being, that you feel rising to the surface over and over as a calling deep inside your being. And as you hold yourself in this moment, and you feel your deep devotional commitment to a life of purpose, to a life of deep love and service, to feel the depths of your heart, the deep desire to care for others and to support others, opening into their deepest, most highest, beautiful expression. And what a gift that is to be a vehicle and a vessel for that. Taking one more deep breath in. Hold the breath. Feel that alignment. Exhale slowly. As you keep your eyes closed, just feeling in to what wants to come through you as this next step in your life, as part of your mission. What wants to happen in your life? What wants to come through your life? Who do you want to be? What are you ready for? What are you choosing? What do you get to choose? And then in the chat area, writing down what you get to choose, what you want to choose, what you're ready for as this next step in your evolution, this next step in your service on the planet, this next step in your being. What's coming through for you that you're ready for? And how does that want to express through your life? How does it express through your service? Beautiful. Liberation, Marja. Step into my beginning. Hallelujah, Tracy. Yes. New beginnings. Ready to be seen, Diana. Freedom and belief. Beginning me. Yes, Ali. Feeling these intentions right now. And then as you tune into where you were at the start of the session, where are you now? On a scale of 0 to 10, if you're at 10 as the highest level of feeling stuck, where are you now in your inner freedom to go for what you want? On a scale of 0 to 10, tell me where you started, what was the number, and then where you are now. Beautiful. Down to a 2, Deanna. Love this, love this. Wonderful. Beautiful. Was a 9 down to a 2, 8 to a 3. Beautiful. So as you can see, the numbers from, we just spent 30 minutes, 35 minutes in a tapping session, and how the process of tapping can shift the intensity of our struggle and open us up into new possibility. And that is where all transformation lives. When we can let go of the struggle, come into neutrality, and then expand into our potential. And that is what we teach as coaches. And that is what we live and breathe as a tapping coach. And so throughout the program, this is what we continually nourish inside of ourselves. We continually nourish the clearing of those blocks inside, learning through our own embodiment. Because as we learn through our own embodiment, life opens up. Because we become an energetic receptor site for the things that we want, because we're no longer struggling against them. And so you want to attract more clients. You want to have a business that expands in different ways. You want to serve people that are in alignment with your heart. You want to live and have locations wherever you want to live and travel. You want to have freedom of time. You want to feel free in your being. This is the kind of blending that we do together in our containers. And it's all about practicing it on ourselves while learning the techniques. And so what I am continually told through my graduates is one of the things that they love the most is not only do they learn how to support the world, but they expand in their own life. They heal their own patterns. And as a result, they step up in more power on their mission because they believe in themselves more. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to head on over to our invite page so that you can see what the program is all about. And then we'll have some time to ask questions if you guys want to go over any of the questions around the program. And you can learn a little bit more about what it is to join a 6-month program with me. I also have Veda. She just left a link there for you if you wanted to have a look at that in your own time. But here I am with our screen share. All right, so here we go. So this is the Tapping Coach certification, and it is all about up-leveling your own healing power and stepping into a more thriving business and life using tapping. So this is a 6-month program. It is a deep dive. You are held and supported in so many ways. It's a 250-hour program, so it is a deep commitment for your own transformation as well as learning the tools to discover how to have a positive impact in the world, live a dream career that lights you up, and achieve financial, mental, and emotional freedom in your own life. So we really touch on all levels. And I'm going to go through some of the different levels that we have. Also, I will let you know we only have 13 spots left because we have a total of 23 spots available and we already have 10 of them filled. So we can talk a little bit more about that. I do like to keep my containers intimate so that we can really go deep and you get a lot of one-on-one mentoring as well with me, which is why we keep them smaller. So during the program, you're going to master your own emotions with tapping, release limiting blocks, emotional pains, habits, PTSD, trauma patterns, things like that, practicing on yourself. You'll facilitate life-transforming one-on-one sessions, so working with one-on-one clients, discovering how to really help them through the emotional process and gain unstoppable confidence in their own healing abilities. Lead powerful group classes, as well as building and expanding your coaching business. And so these are the 4 pillars of the program. We'll go a little deeper into each pillar. So the first pillar is 8 weeks long, and this is really all about your own evolution and then combining that into starting to practice with others. So you're going to transform the way you love yourself. You're going to gain confidence to go for your dreams, ignite your power. You'll also take healing into your own hands. You'll do transformational taps, practice the basic tools, heal yourself, and then discover how you can deliver deep tapping sessions to yourself, make your own scripts, learn what to say, how to say it, and then confidently share the method with your clients, friends, and family. At the end of this 8-week journey, this particular piece, we also go into a masterclass to support you in booking clients. So after the first 8 weeks, you're going to have the basic tools down, which means now you can start booking clients. We do a full masterclass, which will show you how to book clients immediately, working with your immediate network without any need for marketing and things like that. So that's what we do at the week of 8. And then we move into phase 2, which is the 34 Dream and Wake tapping techniques. So this includes all of the basic techniques as well as my advanced techniques. And these techniques you won't always find in a traditional tapping masterclass or even a training, because I have blended a lot of my other certifications and modalities that I've learned over my 20 years of study, everything from NLP, meditation practices, visioning exercises. And then also in this particular segment of the program, you start really doing tapping trades, helping others learn how to unwind limiting beliefs, emotional patterns, habits, and then really mastering all of the different techniques through creating life-enhancing tapping scripts, doing practice sessions with each other, both with me as your mentor in the live classes, as as well as with your peers in separate tapping trades. And you'll learn all of those different complementary techniques as well, the breath work, somatic movement, music, NLP, that really support really uncovering and healing those deep-rooted issues. And you'll also go a little deeper into taboo topics, which I'll talk about in a little bit, that really can be confronting as a healer if you don't know how to deal with them, suicidal thoughts, things like that. So we'll talk a little bit about that, but that happens in phase 2. You get a lot of scripts, you get step-by-step processes for really deep sessions, cheat sheets, statements, phrases, and all of these kinds of things to support you in really giving deep sessions. And then we go into learning how to coach groups. And this is one of my signature modalities that I bring into the program. A lot of tapping certifications don't actually do group coaching because it was never actually implemented in the early days of tapping. And so it was never taught. But myself and my teacher, we both kind of opened up the lineage of group containers and how to really lead groups. So not just one-on-one, but how to lead large groups or small groups through a healing session together. So you'll discover intimacy building exercises, how to design events, choose a niche, and then practice sessions with small breakout groups to refine your skills and build your courage, and what the difference is between doing group sessions versus one-on-one sessions. You get tapping scripts, checklists, and feedback and student mentoring as you lean into really holding group sessions, whether that be online or in live in-person containers. And then we move into phase 4, which is all about building your business. So learning the skills to do heart-based selling, creating packages that honor your soul, discovering the right and wrong ways to build community, attract high-quality clients, and then gaining access to a list of pre-approved apps, programs to manage and grow your business, your client database, and your online presence. So that's a really beautiful addition, which actually goes for 6 weeks. You'll learn a lot of things about managing emails, discovery calls, and things like that in that part of the program. And then we have an additional month, which actually makes the program 7 months in total. So you have an additional month with bi-weekly live classes, to really check in with me as you button up the program, to ask final questions as you're out in the world coaching your clients as things are arising. You'll also have lifetime access to your tapping trades, emotional support, and a community board. So all of my graduates are then moved into a WhatsApp group, and they're very active on there daily. They're constantly doing tapping trades together. The certification has been going. I did my first certification in 2015 in a retreat setting, and those students are still tapping together. We're still deep tribe, deep family. When you go through such a journey like this and you're healing with each other and you're doing tapping trades and you're learning about each other's history, you really get to create soul families. So it's a really beautiful group. You'll get all your questions answered. As I said, we only let 23 people into the program, so I can really give good one-on-one mentoring through the program as well, like hot seat coaching and things like that. You'll have a Dream Awake dedicated support system, weekly tapping trades, group discussions, live tapping immersions with me each week, as well as pre-recorded and live tapping curriculum each week as well. You'll have a Dream Awake mentor assigned to you. So once a month, you get a 30-minute call with one of our senior coaches that you can go over any questions. You can check in around any of the methods that are coming up, any questions around group sessions, business development, or just how you're moving in the program. And we support you through that with your mentor once a month. Plus, you get live Q&A with me, hot seat coaching. We bring you up to answer questions, things that might be happening in your personal world, how you're working with the method, questions you have about your business. That gives you an opportunity to really ask your questions. So the program dates, as you can see, we go into 4 phases. The first week is on February 5th. If you do sign up, you'll get your bonuses a week before that, the last week of January, so that you can start preparing for the program. This is an example of what would happen week to week. In each phase, you can scroll through them and just kind of see what happens on a week to week as an example. So you have your live classes on Tuesday. Each week we rotate between either a 10 a.m. class or a 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're in Europe, usually you can make at least 2 live classes a month, and then you get the replays, or if you're in Australia, also 2 a month. If you're in USA or Canada and some other regions, you can usually make the 10 a.m. or the 6 p.m. And if you can't make a class, you can always leave your questions and I'll answer them in the class anyway, and you'll get them on the replay. And then every week you get your pre-recorded content. This is an example of might happen on one week. You might do a tapping trade, you get your homework, you have personal study, as well as your live class as well. So you're looking at around 8 to 10 hours a week. Sometimes you might lag. Sometimes we have a week off so that you can catch up on content, so that there's spaciousness within the program. If you can't do it every week, you get a little bit of catch up. All of this is happening in the comfort of your own home so that you can really schedule your own programming and do your own things to make it work for your schedule. All right, so let's move into bonuses. This is really exciting for me. This is your 2-day live business breakthrough digital retreat. We value this at $3,000. It's 2 days of really deep strategy to have a business breakthrough. And we do this in phase 4, where you set up your social media strategy to grow your audience. We all build a web page, an opt-in page together. So everyone's online building it together. We're showing you how to build it. It isn't just like do X, Y, Z. We actually do it with you so that you can set up a page to book discovery calls. This includes setting up a form, setting up your bio, creating a beautiful layout. And then we also help you set up an email funnel as well. And we do that all together. We give you templates for your email funnels. And we also show you how to set up your Calendly so people can book. So it's a comprehensive system to support you in marketing, setting up your discovery calls, and then automatically enrolling people in through the email funnels as well. So that's a really beautiful 2-day business retreat, which is part of the bonus of signing up. And then some of the other bonuses you get is your own printed tapping journal, which we send to you in the mail so that you can track your own personal process. You also get an Activate Your Vision Masterclass. You'll get this 1 week before the program starts so that you can start visioning what you want to create for yourself through the 6 months. You also get a tapping business startup kit. This is really amazing. It's going to save you lots of money on lawyer fees. It includes everything from legal documents, waivers, privacy policies, consent forms, and they're all fill in the blank. We've created templates for you so that you can put them on your website. So everything is above board with your one-on-one sessions, with your digital programs, and the things that you're offering in containers so that you'll have the legal viability with it all. We also have a tapping and trauma masterclass, which is a 4-hour masterclass where you discover how to take clients through and support clients through really serious conditions and traumas, whether it's suicidal thoughts, sexual trauma, PTSD, childhood abuse, physical abuse, anxiety attacks, death, letting go. This is one of those masterclasses that a lot of coaches out there I know are desiring, because these things can pop up in a session and you want to feel confident that you can help your clients through absolutely anything. That's why we created this particular masterclass. We also give you a suicide prevention checklist if your clients are going through some of those deeper psychological imbalance as well as tapping scripts and things like that that go with that particular masterclass. So that is a bonus. So to get started today, as I mentioned, we've got 13 spots left. And if you're really interested and you really want to do it, I would really encourage you to go for it today. We have 23 spots available in the program. We already have 10 spots sold. So we have 13 left. And last year, the program was $7,000, and we had people really call in and ask us if we could bring the price down this round to make it easier for you to access. So this year, we're actually making it $4,997 for the program, which is 2,000 savings from last year. Or you can do 13 monthly payments of $427. So it's really up to you how you choose and how you want to roll with it. If you want to jump on a call with us, we are offering free discovery calls. So I'm hopping on the calls. I want to meet everyone that wants to come into the program, because it's just as important for me as it is for you that we really have a beautiful container of humans that are really dedicated, devoted, and ready to do it. So if you do want to chat with me and want to have a deeper conversation, you can schedule a free call and we can talk about it in a little bit more detail with any of your questions. We do have a 100% risk-free guarantee as well. So the way that we've designed this, if you are really committed to the program, if you really want to do this and you want to commit, like it's a hell yes, then we will give you this program. You can do it all 6 months of the program, finish the program completely. And if at the end of the program, you still don't feel like you got what you needed, you still don't feel like there was value, we will give you 100% money back. So that does entail you doing the full 6-month program and really going for it. We know that if you really commit to it and follow the methods, that it's going to really help you shoot to the stars. So we're really happy to offer this to anyone that needs it. So yeah, just wrapping everything up, we've got the 4 pillars that we spoke about, the free trainings and masterclasses, the live immersions with me. We also bring in occasional tapping experts and coaches in business and development, an instant community of amazing souls that you get to share tapping with, as well as scripts, resources, task links, videos, all the things for your training. So once again, we're keeping it at $4,997 this particular round, and the program's going to start February 5th. You can check out some of the industry leaders, their endorsements, people that I've worked with, people like Avishan from Mind Valley, different celebrities, best-selling authors. I've really worked with a lot of humans. And then you can also check out a lot of the testimonials from our graduates. It's really good to check these out because you can see actual proof of what people are doing from the program and how they've developed and how they've been successful. For example, Genevieve, on the 3rd week after doing her money tap in the program, she attracted a $14,000 contract that came just on the week 3. So she talks about that in her testimonial. Sarah, who was an acting coach, really started to develop her business sense, and now she's teaching tapping to artists. We have Michelle, who really is now one of our favorite facilitators in the program. She comes in and teaches business as well. She's taken it to a whole nother level. After doing the program, she started doubling her income every month since the program completed. She's hired on a virtual assistant. She's got extra help for her special needs son, and her life has just skyrocketed from applying everything. So you can see some of the things that everyone's doing after the program and what they got out of it. And you can check those out in the testimonials here. So as you can see, we've got so much in the program. It is an absolute deep dive. It is a 250-hour deep commitment to really making your dreams come true over a 6-month period with so much support. It's different from other programs in that it is a unique style of tapping. The style that I teach brings so many other modalities in. As mentioned, you will have lifetime access to this program. You have outstanding customer support and mentoring throughout the whole program. It also supports all coaches of all kinds. So if you are studying other practices, if you're a Reiki therapist, a massage healer, if you are a hypnotherapist, anything that you're studying in the healing realms, if you want to blend it in with tapping, it really is supportive, and we show you how to do that. You have a dedicated mentor, and we have our 100% money back guarantee. So as you can see, that is a full flow of the program, what you get in it. There's so much to talk about. And so what I want to do is I just want to open up any Q&A, if you've got any questions that you want to go over that I can answer right now to help you make a decision that would be supportive for you, you can raise your hand, or you can click the link to book a free discovery session with me as well. So if anyone has a question, raise your hand and go ahead. Let's see. Thank you, Deborah. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Ananda, Maja, Atur, Caroline, Deborah, Calais, Giannine, Ruth, Nicole, smiley face. Any questions from you, loves? Anything that you want to know about? Anything that would help you make a decision or help you understand a little bit more about how the program flows? You can raise your hand. Okay. All right. Okay, so you guys have all the links here. We will be sending an invitation via email as well. We are going to be closing registration on the 31st. And it's the first 12 people really that want to sign up that will get into the program. Otherwise, we'll move you into the wait list for the next program, which will be in a year. So if you do have questions, if you do want to go over anything with me, I would love to jump on a call with you. As I mentioned, like for me, really being able to have one-on-one guidance, one-on-one mentoring is like really what helps everyone become so successful. So Marja, I love you. So yeah, so let me know. You can click on those links. And otherwise, thank you for sharing with us today. Thank you for taking the time to tap for yourself, for recognizing this deep mission inside your being and how that wants to show up in the world. Know that I am here every step of the way. Anything you need, if you join the program, it would be an honor to have you. And I look forward to all of our next steps. Nicole, thank you for your time. Booked a call. Yay. Looking forward to seeing you. Yeah, hopping on a call is so beautiful and so clarifying, and it's really nice to have that connection. So hop on a call with me. Otherwise, go ahead and sign up if you feel aligned and it feels like something you want to do in your life. Otherwise, we'll see you guys again soon. Many blessings. Bye.